Welcome into Sports Idiot Nation. Today is Monday, January 26th, and we have the Super Bowl set. So we're going to give you all kinds of stats on why the AFC game was so boring. Also, we'll tell you why NFL coaches are dumb. And we haven't talked about LeBron for a while, so we're going to talk about LeBron for a while with Jeff from Sports with Balls. Sports, comedy, pop culture, and everything in between. By idiots, for idiots.
This is Sports Idiot Nation with balls.
Sports, comedy, pop culture, and everything in between. Welcome back, sinners. This is Season 2 of Sports Idiot Nation.
Welcome into Sports Idiot Nation. Today it will be a bit of a quickie. Happy Monday if you are snowed in. Settle in. Yeah, man. It's just us two. It's us two Jabronies. So we're going to go quick on this Monday, and everyone is snowed in. If there's snow, or you're iced in, if it's not cold enough. So, man, crazy weekend. Let's dive right in. And the Jared Stidham, they talked me into it. Like, these dudes,
I get what
man,
you're saying. I get what you're saying.
They're trying to just say, oh no, well, they have a chance, and then they start giving reasons, and I'm like, now wait a minute. People have not seen Jared Stidham the way that I have, because January 1st, 2023, I saw every minute of this dude play. Why? Because it was against the 49ers, and that game went into overtime, and Jared Stidham threw for about 834 yards. By the way, Fred Warner, Bosa, Greenlaw, Huff, they all played.
Look,
that was a good defense.
The Denver faithful, the first 5-7 minutes of that game, they thought this was the next coming of Nick Foles. Like, it was on. Like, they were ready. It was not to be.
And Nick Foles played before. Nick Foles played legitimate football before. That was the difference. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, he actually played. Like, this dude played 4 NFL games. I saw one of them from start to finish. Then he played another one with the Raiders, and then two with the Broncos. That was it.
So, I mean, that game yesterday, the Broncos obviously could not pull it out. And look, I have an invested interest in Drake Maye because of his rookie cards, his football cards. I have a bunch of them and some really high dollar stuff. So I have like an invested interest. I just wanted content, right? We're in the business of content. That's what we need. We're content creators. It was boring. The second half of that game couldn't have gone any shittier. Like,
the weather, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
You posted it. I saw on your Sports with Balls.
Where they were in the first quarter. Yeah.
In the fourth quarter, dude, I was watching with my parents, and my dad was kind of lazily watching, and he hadn't watched for about 47 minutes. So I'm like, hey, you got to come see this, because the field, you can't see the field. And he's like, wait, what happened? It was green when I was watching.
So I always check the weather because I'm a gambler too, right? So I'll look at and I just do these $5, anytime it's TDs, touchdown bets, stuff like that. But
sure,
looking at the weather, and it said a chance of showers, of snow showers or flurries.
Yeah.
That was a full on. Blizzard, dude. That turned into the snow game from the Buffalo Bills a few years ago. I mean, that thing was unbelievable. And I did feel bad for Stidham. He made it a beautiful throw in the first quarter. Deep ball to Mims, I'm sorry. And dude, I mean, at that point, you're looking at this. Oh man, we got a football game. Like, this is going to be fun to watch. That was the only exciting play Denver did all night. Like, it really was. They threw the touchdown pass directly after that, or 2 plays after that, which was nice. It was a rollout play, and that was it. Nice. That was in the first 5 minutes. I think 5 to 7 minutes of the football game. They never scored a point again afterwards. They missed 2 field goals, but granted, like you were saying, dude, the weather in the second half of this game was brutal, and that Patriots defense was playing I mean, they were daring Stidham to throw the ball. And look, they got the interception they needed. Patriots win 10-7. Didn't I think that Drake Maye had 87 passing yards? Is that correct? And won the game.
86.
And let me tell you this. Let me tell you
86.
this. Do you
10
know
for
how
21.
pissed? Do you know how pissed off the Houston Texans fans are? Like, holy shit, dude!
You love it. You love it. Look at you cheesing. Look. Okay, let me break something down to you guys. So Jeff texted me before the show and was like, "Man, I don't know about my energy." And look at this man's energy talking about the Houston Texans,
Oh
man. All of a sudden,
dude.
energy's at an all-time high. I love it.
So my my Facebook feed just fills up with all of this. Damn it, CJ Stroud. And it wasn't okay. So, and at first I'm like, all right, if you live in Houston, that's fine. You're pissed off at CJ Stroud, this, that, and this. But dude, I mean, there's other people that jumped on this bandwagon as well, to the point to where I'm talking big time people that are on Twitter and stuff like that were jumping on this whole CJ, like the Houston Texans had a legitimate shot to go to the Super Bowl if CJ Stroud would not have screwed up. Now, we're not going to sit here and spend days on that. But look, I just it was a incredible weather in the second half of that football game, which the Patriots just ran the ball literally, and they threw the ball away 1 third down. They ran the ball, I think, every other play. They just dared Denver to move the ball, and Denver couldn't. Like, they just couldn't.
I got some stats here for you. You're gonna like this.
Let's go.
In the game, there was 23 first downs total.
That's not too bad.
Come on, the 49ers
how many in the first half is what I want to know. Like 20?
Yeah. And then third down, this is in the game combined. It was 10 first downs for 32 tries. Get this. Total yards in the entire game.
Oh, let me guess. All
right, go ahead.
Let's see. So it's 83 or 87 for passing. I'm going to say 242.
So total between both teams now, mind you.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was 206 and 181. So less than 400.
Less than 400?
I mean, less than 400 total yards in the entire game. How many punts would you say? I got those. How many?
Punts? 7.
I don't know if you... 14.
14? Holy crap, dude.
Yeah, dude. It was bad.
I wish, I mean, I don't know how to, like, if I, obviously you can split this up into first half and second half. And there's some people that are on the fence about, there's a line in the sand, right, where all the stadiums are moving to retractable domes and whatever. And some people are like, hey, football should be played in weather, this, that, and this. I don't know where I stand with that. That second half of that game was extreme weather, to the point where it's like, okay, almost like baseball. Let's pull the teams off and wait till it calms down for
ratings.
a second.
People don't want to watch that. So that's why, to me, it's like, it's about ratings. People don't want to watch a 7-3 game. Like, they just don't. And when it's so sloppy, and it's like you have a guy who's getting ready to get the ball. He's on offense, which means he knows where he's going. And he falls, and then the quarterback just has to eat it and go down, and now it's 2nd and 18. Like that, come on. Like, what does that really do?
But you can't. I mean, obviously you don't. Yeah, and they're again, to the NFL's point, they're trying to stop that. If that was a retractable stadium, they'd let some snow in, have some fun, but it turns into a blizzard. You close that, and then we play football. And honestly, this is a different game. This is a completely different game if that weather doesn't hit. But you're in Denver. And look, for all you people saying it should have been playing in New England, the New England weather was worse. So I don't want to hear that. It was like 3 feet of snow in New England. So we're not going to get the whole country's freezing, to your point at the beginning.
I got that. That's the wave that I got. So I am in well over a foot of snow.
It is. I'll tell you this. It is. Or last night. It was. I remember asking Siri. I think it was 8, 9 o'clock, and I said, "What's the wind chill outside?" I'm in Houston, Texas, the bottom of the United States. Okay.
Yeah.
It was 18. The wind chill in Houston was 18. Holy shit, man! That's
that is cold for you out there.
Cold, man.
We're in the negatives, but just so you know, we're in the negatives.
Yeah, dude. I don't even mess with that, man. Yeah, I'm not trying to do that at all. So what was your look? I have an invested interest in Drake Maye. The New England defense is fantastic. If you're a Denver fan, you can hang your hat on the season. Bo Nix was injured last game, right? If he's there, this is a completely different game, probably.
You just re-up. You're ahead of schedule. Schedule. AFC Championship, hosting the AFC Championship.
Amazing.
You're ahead of schedule with Sean.
Yeah,
Payton,
you didn't have your starting quarterback. Yeah, I mean, dude.
But even if you did, I'm saying even if you did and you lost,
yeah, still,
you would still be ahead of schedule. I mean,
both
the
these
salary
teams.
cap. Oh, definitely both these teams.
Both these teams. If you're looking for the future of the NFL, look no further than that game. Those two quarterbacks. I mean, look, Bo Nix, obviously, if Bo Nix is playing, but I mean, look, I think I read something where the poor kids in Boston, they had to wait since second grade to get back to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
So, do you see the story of Drake Maye 10 years ago? Did you see that
story? When he was at the Super Bowl?
In that stadium, too.
Wow.
In the 49ers stadium.
And now he's going to play.
And now he's like, sorry, Dad, I can't go with you. I got to play.
Yeah. You can come. I'll get you a box.
Yeah, I can afford it.
You'd be all right.
Unreal.
I think the better team went. I think the better team is going to the Super Bowl. Patriots, they've been good all season. A lot of people say they had an easy road. They played some hellified defenses. They played the Texans defense. They played the Broncos defense and the Chargers defense, which I think all three of those are top 5 defenses, at least over the last probably 10 to 14 weeks. I know that. So, Look, the offenses that he's played, I know Stroud 4 interceptions. You face the Chargers and their offense in the playoffs, which has just been miserable, right? And then you face Stidham. So, I get that. So the offenses that he's faced, Justin Herbert, the playoff Justin Herbert. So you got playoff Justin Herbert, 4 interceptions by Stroud and Stidham. I get it. I get the road on the offensive end, but the defenses that he's played have been legitimate. There is no arguing that. Okay, so they're 14-3, man. It's just a good football team.
Yeah, and they started. Remember this. I got some more stats for you. They started 1-2, including a win, including a 1-score win against the Dolphins, who ended up being not very good. So they were 1-2, not looking all that great. Then they beat Carolina at Buffalo, was big for them.
Yeah, huge game.
The Saints, Titans, and Browns, they beat the Falcons by 1. They beat the Bucks, who were struggling. They beat the Jets. They beat the Bengals. They beat the Giants. Then they lost to the Bills, and then they won out against not great teams. So a lot of people do say, well, their schedule was pretty favorable, but they still beat the teams that they needed to. And now, once you're in the playoffs, there's no who'd they play? Sorry, it's the playoffs.
Those teams are
they're
good.
on the road. Yeah.
So they beat a legitimate, which everybody was screaming was a legitimate Houston Texans team. Texans had won 9 or 10 in a row coming up to that point, or however many it was. So, you can knock either teams, whatever. I get it. Bo Nix was not there in Denver, like you just said a minute ago. Nothing to hang your hat on, Denver fans. Great season. I mean, nothing to be upset about. There is a lot to hang your hat on. You had a great season. You've got your quarterback. You got your head coach. You've got your defense. Good job, Denver. But here we go again with the Patriots in the Super Bowl. It's only been a couple years or whatever.
I know, man. The rich get richer. So speaking of head coaching, before we jump to the NFC, I want to talk about the team that the Texans beat in the playoffs, because before I didn't think that Aaron Rodgers was going to stick around, and now I've heard, I want to see if you've heard the same thing, that it's water under the bridge with McCarthy and Rodgers, that they're cool, and that Rodgers will be like, at this point, oh well, yeah, I'll come back. Let's do this. I'm gonna know the offense better, and here we go.
So, us being sports enthusiasts and watching Aaron Rodgers for the last 20 plus years, we all know that he is going to wait until the last fucking minute.
In a cave.
Yes, he is going to go do his ayahuasca in South America. He'll disappear, and then he'll make an appearance on the McAfee show because they paid him $1 million to do it right before his training camp starts, and be like, "Yeah, I'll play one more season with McCarthy." Okay. I think Pittsburgh's a good story. I think it's a bad hire. I'm not a fan of that.
Why?
I don't think Steeler fans are either. Um, you're looking for. Is he better than what they just got rid of? I don't think so.
So here's the argument. So let me counterpunch. And first of all, I'm playing a little bit of sheepishly devil's advocate because I agree. I don't think I like the hire. However, this is just for good. This is good for content right here.
Okay, all right. That's
All
good.
right. But it'll be a good point. So hear me out. In Pittsburgh, do they need to redefine culture? In my opinion, no. They're
No.
one sports franchise that always has their culture set. No one's going in there and like messing with that culture. We're the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right. But what they do need is systems. Well, Tomlin wasn't doing any new systems. He was asleep at the wheel. But McCarthy is literally a systems guy. He's not a culture guy, which they don't need. But he has the systems that, okay, maybe someone who does know how to at least spell the word offense, he could at least spell the word. I don't know if anyone in Pittsburgh for the last decade could spell it. Honestly.
I don't know what direction they're going, right? Like if you knew for certain that Aaron was going to be there and he's worked with McCarthy, then you'd be like, okay, this feels kind of safe. That's fine. Give him a couple years. Maybe they'll get a draft pick if they don't play well, like this, then this. Who knows, right? Because they don't have a quarterback. Like they don't. So they're going to have to use this year's draft pick or next year's draft pick. Every year there's a lot of quarterbacks coming out. There's a few coming out this year. There'll be some more next year. But you got to start over, and that's why I don't think that this is a good. I don't think Mike McCarthy's a start over guy. I would rather them gone after one of these young kids that was out there. A lot of names being thrown out there. One of these younger guys
or someone. Yeah.
Yeah, and throw in one of these offenses. I don't know if Mike McCarthy is a 19-year-old, 20-year-old kid quarterback coach. I don't know. We're gonna find out. I know that him and Aaron Rodgers can get along, and the reason I know that obviously is because Aaron Rodgers will tell him what he's going to do. Mike McCarthy will not tell Aaron Rodgers what to do. There's no damn way in hell. So if Aaron wants to come back, he will have full reign of that offense and whatever he wants to do. So I think he'll come back. And then, maybe I don't know what pick. I'd have to go into it, where Pittsburgh stands in the draft in the first round.
20 something.
Yeah, I would think they'd go quarterback, right? You would have to.
Unless they like the kid from Ohio State. They going to give him a chance?
We'll see.
Remember?
We'll see.
He did win a national championship. He's on the team.
Well,
people forget that, but he must be terrible because they've obviously seen him. He must be not like, you know what I mean? Because I have not heard a lick about him,
Yeah, I just have questions with that hire. It seems very safe, very, very safe, which is fine for Pittsburgh. They just moved from the same. I just feel like it's the same kind of coach, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, maybe he lights a spark. Maybe he gets Aaron Rodgers past the first round or second round of the playoffs. I don't know, but Aaron Rodgers is a year older doing the same thing. It is what it is, man. I'm not excited to watch the Pittsburgh Steelers or Aaron Rodgers next year. And that, you know what? I'm going to preface something right there. We're not going to go into this right now, but I want to ask you about this LeBron James and Lakers stuff in a little bit before we end this whole show. I want to get your opinion on that because I think it's very interesting.
We'll end with some NBA stuff for sure. All right, you want to get into the NFC?
Yeah, man. Great football game.
Yeah, fun to watch. Just
game
as a fan of football. I'm a little like I'm one of the only people here that is just like a little bit of a kind of a gut punch because my team is in the NFC West, and so that's the only thing that put a damper on it is like knowing that we host the Super Bowl and that one of these bum ass teams are going to come in here, and that's why I'm definitely rooting for the Patriots. But as a fan of football, though, I have to admit, and I said this before, if you have Seattle and the Rams on like a Thursday night game, or if it's the NBC Sunday night game, you're locked in. It's gonna
Yeah,
be,
for
for
sure.
the last 5 years, that game has been a good game. It's just the way it is.
Good
So
football.
I was locked in. Let's start with Sam Darnold. Let me ask you this. Did you fully trust that he would not see any ghosts and that he would just do well? And let's classify what do well is, because he did great. He did more than well last night.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what I'm saying well is just no turnovers and a 60% or more completion percentage and make a few plays when you need to. That's playing well. Now he played way accelerated, way more than that. But did you think he would see ghosts like he did with the Jets and when he had to play in a big game like
I think
Minnesota last year? Or did you
Yeah,
think he would do well?
we're all just waiting for the shoe to drop on him, right? Because that's the MO. We're just waiting. We're waiting for the shoe to fall.
He's
One of these
due.
games.
He's due for a
Yeah,
bad. Yeah,
it's like it's gonna fall, dude. The kid was, and look, he had to play a perfect game. We all knew that. We all knew that he had to be phenomenal in order to win this game. And he was 25 of 36, 346, and 3 touchdowns with a 127.8 rating, which by the way, Matthew Stafford, 22 of 35,
dude.
374 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, and a 127.6 rating. I mean, identical numbers between these two kids almost.
Just
And I say kids because, just obviously they're grown as adults, but Sam
yeah.
Darnold had to play lights out because we knew what we were going to get from Matt Stafford, Puka Nacua. We knew what we were going to get, and dude, did he? Sam Darnold played perfect. Perfect. The defense wasn't as great as we thought they were going to be in Seattle. The Rams put up 27 on them. I thought maybe they'd get 21, but they got 27 on them and had
They
a
protected the
chance.
quarterback. They protected. That's why.
It was Sam Darnold did great, man, and the Rams still had a chance to pull it out. But the Sam Darnold played great. And look, just I hate that Sam Darnold's going to the Super Bowl. I hate it. Like I just and maybe
Why?
it doesn't have that star power allure. Now maybe the
Like
NFL will
Stafford
come up.
does.
Maybe the NFL will come up with some sort of story about Sam Darnold that we'll all latch onto. They're great at this stuff. They got 2 weeks to dig up all these
Oh
all
yeah.
these stories. So
They did with Stidham. They did it with Stidham. They
yeah,
got me.
exactly. They got me too. And
In
of course,
6 days.
the first 5 minutes, I was like, woohoo. Stidham walked in with that cowboy hat on and everything yesterday, and we were like, woohoo. But
Kissing the
yeah,
kids and the crying kids and the
I
wife and
think that Sam Darnold, it's like I said, it doesn't have that grab you attention, right? And this is not a. And if you actually look at the Super Bowl, the actual players don't even have, like, Smith and Jigba, huge name, right? But who for New England is the big name that you're latching onto? Diggs, right? Are we all gonna like hope that Diggs gets a ring? And with his attitude, he's terrible. Can't stand that dude. But
we went from Taylor Swift to Cardi B.
oh, dude, yeah. Oh man. But by the way, that I posted. I don't know if you saw that picture of Diggs. It was Josh Allen instead of Diggs watching the celebration with Kansas City. But go to Sports with Balls page and check it out. You get all my stuff anyways.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But back to Seattle. Kenneth Walker's going to be the running back because we all know that Chardonnay got hurt and he's out for the
He's out,
season.
yeah.
So
Yeah. That
Rashid
backup made some
Shaheed.
plays. The backup
Rashid
running back made
Shaheed,
some plays.
he did. And look, Shaheed had one catch. And that's all he really needed.
And it
One
was
catch, that
big.
51-yard bomb. It was
But it
huge.
stretched. Yeah, it stretched.
And
the
it was a
defense.
beautiful throw by Sam Darnold. I mean, Shaheed had a step and a half on him, and he dropped it right in there. So, again, here we go. I will say this. The New England Patriots defense is not the Los Angeles Rams defense. They are going to get after his ass. I hope that he doesn't drop the ball in the Super Bowl and it just becomes just an ugly, ugly game, right? Because we already know it
What
takes
do you think
forever
it
to get
opens
through
at?
this game.
What do you think it opens at?
I think I heard
The Seahawks
if
will be
it
favored, 100%.
yeah, it's Seahawks minus 3.5.
Wow.
Let me see if that's already on here. I bet it is. What's your guess before I pull it up?
Yeah, I would say more. I would say at least 4. I think
Four and a
the
half.
respect
Four and a
goes.
half.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
there
thought
you go.
way more than 3. The disrespect is real for the Patriots based on who they've played and a backup quarterback, and Love, combine that with Love for Seattle. So when you combine the two, it ain't going to be a field goal. It was my thought.
The over
Now that will
under for this
change.
game. The over under for this game is shocking.
Okay.
47 points.
I was going to say 46. Just
I
because
mean,
I wouldn't normally, but that's shocking. Yeah,
that's a
I would think less.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
you
lot.
got
I was
a
gonna say
second
less,
year
but
quarterback and Sam Darnold. I just okay.
look, you got Njigba, you
And
got.
the
I
Patriots
mean,
defense is good, and the Seahawks defense is good. So
yeah,
just right off the bat, I like the Patriots. I like the Patriots plus the points. Both these teams 14-3 going into the Super Bowl. They're both fantastic. They're both deserving of going into the Super Bowl for sure. So I'm not mad at this Super Bowl at all. I think it was well deserved for both these teams. The Broncos, I wish had Knicks in, right? I wish that would have been different. But
he wouldn't have made those bonehead plays.
yeah, and I wish the Rams would have. I wish the Rams would have made it. But look, here we go again. Patriots, Seahawks. What is this? The third time they faced off in the Super Bowl?
At least the second, because that's the Marshawn
Yeah, I know
game
that.
where they
Yeah, I
didn't
know.
hand it.
Yeah.
Malcolm
Well,
Butler, right?
yeah, Malcolm Butler. So it's at least the second, but I think they did before as well. So it's on NBC. Which, if I'm correct, Tom Brady is on NBC. No, he's Fox.
No,
So
that's Collinsworth.
yeah. Oh, great. Son of a
Nah, here's a guy.
dude. Do we have to hear about Mahomes the entire Super Bowl? Like, my lord.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what's gonna happen.
But I mean, back to the Rams Seahawks game. I big fan of this game. I just wish the Rams could have put it together. They had a couple chances at the end of that game, a couple of drives that they could have gone in and scored. And once, what was there? 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They're down by 4. It's fourth. It was 4. It was like
And
4:40 left
fourth
on the
and
game.
4.
It's 4th and 4.
Fourth and
Kick the
4.
field goal. Kick the field goal.
Yeah, let's talk
Get
about
it to a one-score game. Get it to a one-score game, and then you have your timeouts. I think you had 2 timeouts left. You're good to go, right?
Make one stop. He didn't
Yes,
trust the
you're
defense.
fine.
So let me rewind a little bit because I was going to bring this up. Do you remember Sean Payton in the first half? Should have
in the
also
Broncos game?
kicked it. Yeah, I want to back up there real quick. What I wanted to talk about was this new age NFL where coaches are boneheads. I've never seen it before. John Madden, RIP, would roll over in his grave if he saw the stupidity that is in the playoffs happening. Sean Payton, you have Jared Stidham, you have a good defense. Snow may or may not come. You can't just bet on snow not coming. It wasn't there yet. But 4th down, you kicked the field goal in the first half.
Yeah, and I think at that point they were up 7-0. That would have put them up 10-0, which would have been huge.
Then it would have been 10-10 at the end of the game. And now you see where you're at. But they're chasing points. Dude, it blows my mind. Like, dude, these coaches try to outsmart who? Themselves. They're just trying to outsmart
So which
themselves.
was the biggest? So which one was worse? The Sean Payton not kicking the field goal?
All right, I like you.
Or
see, this is why I like you. It's good content.
Or the Rams going for it on 4th and 4, not making it. I mean, both were bad decisions.
Now,
which one's the worst?
So let's talk through it. There's a difference between
McVay
the first
or
half
Payton?
and the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
First half and fourth quarter. First of all, I think in the fourth quarter, you can make a case. Now, it was still dumb but I think the award goes to Sean Payton for the dumbest because it was the first half. In the fourth
Yeah,
quarter,
put the
I can
points up.
understand it.
Put the
But
points
in the
up.
first half, come on, dude. You
Get
cost
your
your team,
points.
man. You got Jared Stidham. You cost your team, Sean Payton.
Well,
You're ahead
on
of
the flip side
schedule.
of that, and because we do, I'll go on the defense. On the flip side of that, you do have Stidham. You don't know what you're doing. Like, I mean, he had just thrown a bomb. He had just thrown a touchdown pass. Maybe he's hot. I mean, dude, just you're riding a wave, and you're
Well, then
literally out
call a
there playing
different
with house
play.
money.
Then call a different
Yeah,
play. Then
there you go.
call a
Maybe,
different play.
yeah,
I
maybe
mean,
maybe that's
I
it.
don't
But
know. I just did not like the call, and I did not like the not bringing your kicker out there. And then if you're going to not put him out there, you got to run something different. That was like last week the 49ers ran an option play to Kyle Juszczyk on a 4th and 1. Like against Seattle defense. What are you doing, Kyle? Like you're trying to outsmart yourself. And
yeah,
it
but
happened to McVay.
And then let's fast forward, to the McVay situation.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter, 4.5 left to go in the game, 4th and 4, and you're on there. What is he on there? 16-yard line or something? 12-yard line? It was down there.
No, it was end goal. It was 4th and goal.
No,
Not
I
from
think
like I'm pretty
I have
sure
to look back. My
it
brain's
was.
messed up
I'm
because
pretty
it's
sure it was 4th
medication.
and goal.
But I just look. I know it was 4 yards, and I know it was 4th and 4 regardless. And I remember I got up to go get more water, and then when I came back, I said, "How the hell did Seattle get the fucking football?" Because I thought for sure it's gonna kick the field goal, and then you kick off, and all you need is a stop. Even if you get one first down, you still just need one stop and make them punt. You've got your timeouts, 2-minute warning, you're good to go. Then all you need is a field goal to send yourself to the Super Bowl. Nope, he went for it with over 4 minutes to go. I just thought, dude, that's a dumb move. Make Sam Darnold beat you. Okay, granted, he's playing great tonight, but dude, it's still Sam Darnold. Make Sam Darnold beat you. Make them make a play. Don't make
He's still never done it. Yeah.
I understood you're down there. You have a chance. There's only 4 minutes to go. You trust Matt Stafford. I know McVay. He trusts Matt Stafford. Like he trusts Nakua, and he's got good, Kyron Williams. But dude, just kick the fucking field goal, man. You make it a 1-point game. Play some defense, and then you can kick for the win. But
Yeah.
that's all hindsight.
Gotcha.
Hindsight, right? If who knows what happens after that? They could get the ball back and go score another. Like Seattle could get the ball back and go run out the clock. Like you don't know.
Now here's where we talk about coaches being
but
dumb.
by the way, he did make a stop. They did get the ball back, and they couldn't go down and convert anyway. So,
Well, with 10 seconds.
I think it was like 40 or something like that.
Yeah. So, all right, talk about dumb. Do you call this not dumb? Do you call it ballsy? Were you all in? It's 2nd and 3rd down, and Darnold is passing. They are calling passes, and they're not running the ball. Even Tom Brady, who knows a thing or two about football, was like stunned. He's like, I cannot believe they're doing this. Now it was working out. See, it's easy to say when it doesn't work out, like the guy's a bum. But we got to talk about Seattle. Like, that could have really, really backfired. A ball gets tipped, it gets picked, or a penalty,
Anything.
a holding,
it's the playoffs.
whatever.
Anything. We've seen crazier things happen. He threw for the final 3.
Yeah.
He threw for the final 3 first downs, man. That's crazy.
Bad decision, or did you like it? When you were watching it live, what did you think?
Man, I don't like it. I don't like it, but that's why these guys do what they do, and it's annoying, but it's just sort of. So they got the ball back. They got the ball back with 25 seconds. Let me see when they missed that 4th down.
They completed a pass. They clocked the ball. And then they threw it to Puka.
So it was 4th and 4. So it was 5 minutes left to go in the game. 4:59. It was a 4th and 4 on the 6. So it wasn't end goal.
It wasn't end goal. It was close. Yes.
Dude, 4th and 4 on the 6. You kick the damn field goal, dude. Like, it's give me money. There's 5 minutes at that point after the incompletion. There was 4 minutes and 54 seconds left. 5 minutes in the game with your timeouts. and the 2-minute warning. That is a lifetime. So after that, Seattle gets the ball and runs it, and then it goes on to what you're saying. They were still throwing the ball. They knock off 4.5 minutes on the clock. Then they have to punt and give them back to the Rams with only 25 seconds left. And of course, we saw how that ended. So I just, again, it's all hindsight, right? Because you don't know what's going to happen. But in the playoffs, if you have an opportunity to get points, you get points, man. Especially in a game like this that was that close. Like, golly, man. But hey, now we're going up to San Francisco, and it is Seattle and the Patriots. Who's the home team? Not that it matters. I just want to know who the home team is on that. I'm going to say probably Seattle, which, I mean, there's going to be more Seattle
they're
fans
the
there,
one
I'm
seed.
sure.
They're the 1 seed too. And Denver
Seahawks,
is the Seattle was
I guess
the
it
1
doesn't
seed,
really
and Denver
matter.
was like the 5 or the
Well, they're both
the
of them
4.
are 14-3. Both Seahawks and the Patriots are 14-3.
But then doesn't it go by playoff seeding or no? Maybe it
I don't
doesn't.
know. It says Seahawks and Patriots on the bottom, so I'm assuming Patriots are at home.
Oh,
So,
which
I don't know.
again, it's not a huge deal. But
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But I would expect a lot of Seahawks fans not being far from Seattle, San Francisco. But interesting enough, in that Patriots Denver game, there were a lot of Pats fans there. Dude, there were a lot of Pats fans screaming MVP when Maye was out there. It's going to be interesting, man.
I heard it too.
It's going to be interesting. Drake Maye finished with 4,394 yards, 31 touchdowns, 8 picks. Incredible season. Probably second to Matt Stafford in MVP. And then you have Sam Darnold. And that, like, honestly, Seattle's whole season is going to be riding if this kid can stay hot, man. That's it.
Man,
against that New England defense.
Can you imagine the Minnesota Vikings with, like, I don't know, a quarterback like Sam Darnold? Maybe they would have done well this past year.
Dude, yeah, that'd be crazy, right? But I mean,
can't even imagine that.
Again, like, go Drake Maye. Like, I've got rookie galore cards of Drake Maye. Like, come on, this one's a big one, dude. Like, just go Drake Maye. That card will
win that Super Bowl.
Like, I'm not even, this is gambling for me, right? Because if he wins, this card's shooting up to like $1,000, dude. So,
oh hell yeah, dude! And I don't want an NFC West team to win the Super Bowl in my backyard, so I am all in on the Patriots. Like, please, yes. I already commented.
All right, well, so we're both going for the Pats.
Yeah, I already commented on the Pats page already on
nice.
Facebook. It came up on my algorithm and said, "We're going to the Super Bowl." And I said, "Please kick the teeth in of the NFC." Signed, a 49er fan. Please win.
You know, we've gotten through some football. I've got a couple of questions I want to ask you before we get out of here.
Yes.
One baseball and one basketball. All right. We'll start with baseball. I posted something the other day, and this involves the Astros, the hat that I'm wearing today. And I said, this was just on my personal page, saying over under Houston Astros 90 wins this year. I thought I don't know what they set it at right now. I haven't even looked at the books, but to me, that sounded like a pretty decent number. It might be lower. It might be 87 somewhere. I would think it's not below the 80s. I know that, but what's your thought on the Astros over under 90?
Man, here's the thing: if they won 91 games, I would not be like shocked. I'd be like, yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. And if they won 86 and there was about 10 games where there were just like some heartbreakers and they won 86 games, I would be like, yeah. So like, that is so hard to say.
Yeah, that's why I said 90.
Yeah. Man,
and I don't know what's happening with Framber. I'm assuming Framber's out. Framber Valdez is out, right? But if we retain him, if he stays, 90's doable for sure. You got Framber and Hunter Brown. You could pick up one more arm, and they would be, deadly. Now, I'm going to say this like I say it every year with the Astros. Yordan Alvarez has to stay healthy. Like, that dude. He is a walking piece of fiber, or not fiberglass, glass in general. He gets hurt more than any person I know. By the way, that Kyle Tucker thing to Chicago, or not, or Kyle Tucker, the The
To the
Dodgers. We'll get
Dodgers.
on a baseball show. We'll get on a baseball show soon and do all that. But oh my
That's so
god,
annoying, dude. It's so annoying to just throw money at like a player like that who's not even all that great.
my other thing was there's a lot of stuff, and we'll move on to the NBA and with the Los Angeles Lakers, who I don't follow that often, but this story's been brewing for a minute. It has a lot to do with his agent having his podcast now. LeBron James and Jeannie Buss, that whole situation seems to be where there's smoke, there's fire, and it seems to be getting fucking hot over there. I don't know if he finishes the season as a Laker. I just, dude, I I don't like LeBron. I'm not a LeBron dude. Like I like that he's kept his off court stuff squeaky clean. Good for him. There's a lot of positives in that. As a player, I don't like, it's just annoying to watch, whatever. But you want to talk about drama. If for some reason he gets kicked out of LA prior to his retirement, whoa. And there's only one city that he can go back to. And because yes, that's it. Nobody's taking him anymore. I promise you that. That to me is interesting, man.
So I don't know how I feel about the idea that supposedly he was not grateful for the team drafting Bronny, and that's what sparked grateful, like that had to have been a plan from longer than 5 seconds. So like when you say he wasn't grateful, like didn't you guys talk about it? Like, all right,
Yeah.
we're gonna draft Bronny. LeBron, you're gonna do this and this. We need you for tickets still. We're going to make a huge move. We're going to do XYZ. We need you to be on board and just play ball. And hey, you'll ride off into the sunset. How long did that take me to explain? 17 seconds on the show?
Yeah.
How does that not, what is he butthurt about? Or, like, he goes on a yacht and talks to another owner member over the summer, and Denver's owner, right? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He was on a yacht with Denver's owner, and they were like, oh, in 2028. Well, they posted something too about like, oh, 2028 gonna be crazy. Like, what is he talking about? I don't know, man. The drama part, I don't like either.
Well, I like it because of content. If he goes back to
fan.
If he goes back to Cleveland, I think it would be phenomenal for him and for the city of Cleveland. And I think he probably should retire there. It would just be so LeBron-ish to get booted out of fucking Los Angeles. Like to be like where they be like, because now they got Luka. What the hell they need him for? Like, make it Luka's team. It's not LeBron's team. See you later. I just I thought that stuff has been really, really heating up. So I just think that's very, very interesting in what's going on over there in LA. And I don't even watch basketball until like after the second round of the playoffs. It's just so ridiculous. So like,
it's too long. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw some stuff the other day that was, ugh. The gambling stuff, and then like
Derrick Rose, retiring his jersey.
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah, I saw that. Man, yeah, it's just the NBA is there's no fouls. It's just the game needs they've got to redo the game, but I don't know how they do it. But the whole LeBron thing I just thought was very, very interesting. But yeah, man, that's all I got. Just wanted to ask you a couple of things on that.
Yeah, definitely in the coming week or so leading up to the All-Star game, I wonder if anything else comes or from that, or if LeBron tried to squash it. We'll see if it stayed squash. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's like, I don't care about that. And then just kind of left it at that. Like, he's done talking about it. So we'll see if there's other stuff, though. Like you said, smoke, there's fire. We'll see if, there's more smoke later. It wouldn't surprise us. So yeah, we'll talk more about the Super Bowl for sure. We got a few more episodes before the Super Bowl, obviously a week off. Before that, the Super Bowl is in 2 weeks. So excited.
I'm down to do another show whenever y'all are ready, man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a good matchup. We're excited. Talk some more stuff. Talk baseball soon. Remember to follow Sports with Balls. Always great content. I follow it. I get a lot of my news stuff from you, man. Remember, follow us on social media wherever you get your social media as well. Click the link for cool stuff like this, Sports Idiot Nation. New episodes come to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which means we will see you Wednesday.